Oh dear lord, the Sky are screwed. The Sky are screwed. You might say the sky is falling. But yeah, the Sky GM has come out. Apologies there. The Sky GM has come out and talked about the team's bad start, and there are some things that I'm like, oh dear God, this team.
The Chicago Sky didn't just throw Angel Reese under the bus. They revved the engine, floored it, reversed over her, and then made sure the whole world saw it on SportsCenter. When GM Jeff Palioka publicly says we need more out of you and singles her out, it's not constructive criticism, it's a deliberate hit job. That's like slapping someone across the face with a press release. Instead of motivating her, it sends a clear message. The Sky are frustrated, and Angel Reese has become the lightning rod for their issues. This wasn't just criticism, it was a calculated move to undermine her confidence and make a statement to everyone watching.
Yeah, it's going down in Chicago. The sky is falling. The sky is falling. We got the Chicago Sky general manager, Jeff P., throwing Angel Reese under the bus? Jeff P. said he's had enough of missed.
Angel Reese entered the WNBA with the confidence of Kanye at a fashion show and drew media attention comparable to Taylor Swift at an NFL game. She wasn't just a rookie. She was the Kai Barbie, radiating charisma, soaked in hype, and carrying expectations as if she was already lifting championship trophies. Fans bought into the hype, seeing her as a headline-making star and a brand in the making. But just a few games in, the Chicago Sky's front office started treating her like a clearanced rack Barbie. Scuffed heels, missing accessories and all. The once high hopes quickly turned into skepticism, leaving many to wonder if the team truly believed in her or if she was simply a fleeting trend.
Dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. Again. And I had just complimented Angel Reese for being efficient. I had just complimented Angel Reese for putting together a respectable performance. Of course, the Chicago Bravado, they still got their ass kicked, but that doesn't matter. All that matters to the lonely men who follow Angel Reese on social media is that she looks good. But like I told you guys the other day, an excellent performance from Angel Reese, it is rare.
Jeff Palioka, the Chicago Sky's general manager, who's not exactly known for tact, decided to ditch the typical coach speak and go straight for the jugular. During a live press conference, he skipped vague comments like, "the team needs to improve," and instead took the stage like a courtroom prosecutor. With no hesitation, he directly called out Angel Reese, saying, "We need more out of Angel Reese." No hints, no subtlety, just a clear, pointed critique aimed squarely at her. Under the bright lights, he left no doubt about who he was targeting. Subtlety was nowhere to be found. It had left with last season's outdated merchandise. This was a deliberate, public blow aimed at shaking her confidence.
It's a long season, there's a lot of game left, but this is unexpected and I've been very disappointed. General Manager Jeff Pagliocca told the Sun Times as he sat in seats at Barclays Center watching his team's morning shoot-around. We had pretty big, significant expectations for the season, which is why I made the moves I made. His assessment was that the Sky's 2-6 need to improve everywhere going into to address the lack of cohesion on defense and poor shooting. Going into Tuesday night's loss, they let a league worst 90.1 points per game. We're shooting just 39%.
And if you thought that was intense, it was only the appetizer. Behind closed doors, things escalated to a whole new level. Insider reports describe a scene that went completely nuclear. Voices raised to deafening levels, fingers pointed aggressively like weapons, and chairs allegedly shoved in ways that suggested they might be thrown. The locker room walls might still be echoing from the fallout. It wasn't just a routine team meeting. It was more like a full-blown exorcism dressed up as a team talk. Imagine a team therapy session, without the calm, with a heavy dose of unresolved anger and tension. The atmosphere was thick with frustration, accusations, and raw emotion, leaving little doubt that the internal cracks ran deep and wide.
Oh, this was it. Let me start it over here. So Angel Reese's hair was pulled and she immediately, oh my God, she pushed the player. Camila Cardoso stepped in. Come on, bro. This is bad. This is bad. But Angel Reese did speak to reporters immediately after the game. Check out what she had to say. Roll the footage, man.
And I kind of been a passer all my career. I came out of high school as the #1 wing and trying to get back to that, trying to get back to being super versatile. And Tyler made that emphasis early on in the season. And I didn't understand it. And I really was kind of confused and trying to figure it out. And I'm still figuring it out.
To be fair, Angel Reese hasn't exactly been dominating the scoring column this season. In 2025, she's averaging just 10 points per game, shooting a modest 35% from the field. She continues to be a force on the boards, pulling down 12 rebounds per game. Credit where it's due. But let's be honest. Rebounding alone doesn't win games when she's missing wide-open layups and easy shots like she's participating in a brick-throwing contest. If we had $1 for every point-blank shot she's missed this season, we could probably buy the entire Chicago Sky front office and still have enough left over for a hot dog. Comparing her current numbers to her rookie season, where she averaged 13.6 points on about 39% shooting, shows a slight dip. No one expected her to be Steph Curry from the logo, but fans did anticipate her making the easy, close-range shots, especially those within 3 feet of the rim. Instead, it's been a frustrating mix of hustle, hype, and squandered opportunities. Her raw potential is still very apparent, but at some stage, potential needs to translate into consistent, reliable production. Otherwise, all that swagger and promise risk just looking like smoke, an illusion of greatness that's yet to materialize on the court.
But the point is, you're posting this, you've got a game at 11 a.m. Central Time, and you are a 6'3" forward shooting 36% from the field, and you're averaging over 3 points less a game than you were last year, and you can't even get a block shot at your height. You're also, by the way, down a rebound and a half a game. And this is what you're worried about, is social media chatter. And look, she must. I think here's the thing. She must love this. Otherwise, she wouldn't keep crashing out and posting things like this. Guys, this is cringe.
Whoever came up with the me-bounds thing, y'all ate that up. Because rebounds, me-bounds, creep-bounds, keep-bounds, T-bounds, T-bounds, anything that comes off that board, it's mine.
But Jeff wasn't just crunching stats or casually glancing at box scores. This was about something deeper. It was about accountability, that corporate buzzword that often signals someone's about to be publicly called out. She's had some great games, he said, with all the enthusiasm of complimenting a salad at a steakhouse, and some games that haven't been her best. That's GM speak for, we're nervously pacing backstage while pretending everything's fine out here. Then came the phrase that really caught attention. The cherry on top. We need her to help us in other ways, too. Oh, really, Jeff? What other ways are those exactly? Running halftime trivia? Handing out foam fingers? Because if Angel Reese is now expected to be the franchise's spiritual mascot, that's a new role. But let's be honest, other ways in basketball isn't code for makeup tutorials or motivational Instagram posts. It means doing the gritty, unglamorous work, playing relentless defense, diving for loose balls, bringing energy and leadership to the team. It's about grit, passion, and being the intangible glue that holds a struggling team together. When her jump shot isn't falling, it's those qualities that separate the good from the truly great. Sometimes it's the unseen effort that makes all the difference in the end.
Reese is under fire from the Chicago Sky general manager. The general manager names Angel Reese by name and says, we need more out of you. Now I'm scrolling through Twitter, doing my thing. You guys know how I do. Got the air breezing through my hair in those Twitter streets. I do. And I take a look and I see something that catches my attention. The Chicago Sky make a request to Angel Reese amid losing streak. Interesting. What is this request?
And let's not overlook the irony here. The Chicago Sky are struggling with a 2-6 record, allowing a league-worst 90 points per game and shooting a dismal 39% from the field. Yet somehow, the front office decided it was time to throw Angel Reese under the bus, as if she alone had deflated the basketballs. Ignore that Courtney Vandersloot, one of the most seasoned playmakers in the league, is out for the season. Forget that Coach Tyler Marsh designed an entire offensive system around Camila Cardoso, who has been as dependable as a faulty flashlight. But no, let's pretend Angel Reese is the root of all their problems. At this point, you have to wonder, is this really about basketball anymore, or is it more about branding and optics? Angel was marketed as the savior, the TikTok star, the Gen Z icon meant to boost fan engagement and bring LSU magic to the WNBA. She was supposed to carry the team's energy and NCAA success into the pros. But when she's missing shots and the team is down by 20, nobody's buying merch or tuning into lip-sync TikToks. Branding can be fun, but winning games comes first. Right now, Angel's reputation is taking a bigger hit than Caitlin Clark trying to draw a foul.
It says here, guys, that the general manager, Jeff Pagliocca, is it Pagliocca or Pagliosa? You guys know I'm bad with names. But pretty much, he's opened up the publications about his team's performance and shared his thoughts on how Angel Reese could contribute more to their team's goals, and admits he's disappointed with the start to the WNBA season. What did you expect, Jeff? You sold your future for the present. You really had in your head that Angel Reese is a #1 talent. She's a superstar. And you guys continue to inflate her head, inflate her mindset, which feeds the mentality.
Speaking of Caitlin, oh yes, we're definitely going there. While Angel Reese is being publicly criticized by her own general manager and thrown under a double-decker bus, Caitlin Clark is practically being crowned as the league's queen, carried through on a golden throne like she's on her victory lap. Her stats? Just a casual 19 points per game, over 9 assists and 6 rebounds. Plus, she already recorded a triple-double like it's just another Tuesday night pickup game. She's pulling up from deep like she's got cheat codes, and the ball simply obeys her like she's the Steph Curry of the Midwest. Meanwhile, Angel's jump shot looks like someone swapped the ball for a greased watermelon. Sure, she's hustling, scrapping for rebounds, and sharing post-game hugs with teammates, but behind the scenes, the story's different. Sources reveal some veterans are already over it. They're tired of missed layups and watching winnable games slip away because someone couldn't finish under the basket. An insider even whispered, "There are girls in that locker room who believe she's getting chances they'd never be allowed to fumble." That's not just frustration. That's brewing resentment. And resentment, folks, breeds division. And division? Say goodbye to playoff hopes and hello to off-season drama.
All right, look, this page was never intended to talk about bias in sports, let alone the world, right? But there's clear...
She turned it into a bag. We're trying to flex on this? This is not impressive. Bro, this can't be real, dog. Does she know what me-bounds mean? T-shirts, sweatshirts, and hats? You really think you gonna make a lot of money with this merch? I saw a girl make a video. She was like, I can't wait to get my sweatshirt. I can't wait to get my hat and my me-bounds merch. Y'all remember when Russell Westbrook went to the Lakers? He was shooting poorly and they was calling him West Brick. But imagine if Westbrook would have took that West Brick and trademarked it and made t-shirts and sweatshirts. Me-bounds is an insult. It means all your rebounds are coming from your misses. You really want your fans to be rocking merch that actually insults your play? I mean, if you make a lot of money, you're gonna have thousands and thousands of people wearing merch.
You know what else you can say goodbye to? That shiny, curated influencer lifestyle they pushed on Angel Reese as if it came with her rookie contract. Let's not pretend this was some spontaneous diva move. Front office insiders are whispering that the Chicago Sky encouraged her to embrace the Kai Barbie persona. Brand deals, red carpets, photo ops. They wanted the spotlight, needed it, and pushed her to become the face of their marketing. So when she's a little off during practice after a night of flashing her smile at a fashion gala, suddenly it's all her fault? Now the same executives who booked her for campaigns are acting shocked? Like she appeared in stilettos instead of sneakers? And let's talk about Jeff Pagliocca. This guy didn't just stumble into the GM role. He orchestrated this entire chaos. He built the roster, approved the coach, greenlit every marketing stunt. Yet when things start unraveling mid-season, it's Angel taking the blame? Please. She's 22, still learning the league, still trying to find her footing. Meanwhile, Jeff keeps throwing bricks from inside the very glass house he built. If accountability had a Hall of Fame, he wouldn't even be on the ballot. It's time he took some ownership or at least dropped the stones before everything crashes down around him.
By her teammates in the front office of this organization, and you are wondering why you can't get high performance out of your superstar #1 player and why the team chemistry is just not there. You literally have a team full of old veterans. You guys see it every night. They don't have any juice.
Now look, this isn't a cancel Angel's story. She's not a lost cause, not even close. Angel Reese has shown flashes of the brilliance that made her a household name before she even stepped on a WNBA court. Her rebounding is tenacious, her energy infectious, and she's undeniably one of the hardest working rookies in the league. She's said it herself. I put my head down and work every single day. I know the results will show. And maybe they will. But in Chicago, patience is starting to wear thin. This is a team that banked on her being the cornerstone, the face of the rebuild, the spark to reignite a franchise. But so far, they've gotten turbulence instead of takeoff. Inconsistent play, flashes of brilliance clouded by growing pains. And now, whispers are turning into real conversations. The GM is quietly combing through other rosters. Scouts are circling like hawks, eyeing more polished forwards. No one's shouting trade just yet, but you can smell the smoke. And where there's smoke, there's usually a Woj bomb one click away. This isn't just about missed shots. It's about a team wondering if they jumped too soon and whether they're willing to wait while the spotlight burns hot.
People, shut the fuck up. You sound so stupid, man. The hate is tearing you up inside, Bricklaying Slump, because if it wasn't, you wouldn't have to keep addressing it, man. And newsflash, Angel Reese, Dick Riders and Glazers, Angel Reese's money is not y'all money. Y'all love to keep trying to flex this girl's money like it's y'all's, man. It doesn't make her any less of a shitty person, man. There's plenty of terrible people in the world.
And while we're on the subject, how come Jeff consistently mentions Angel Reese first, but Camila Cardoso, who's also been underperforming, gets no recognition? It's like Jeff has selective memory. Or maybe a favorite child complex. Either way, the optics are terrible. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark is out here transforming the league. She's the player people fly across the country to see, the one who draws 66 million viewers on ESPN for her games, while other WNBA contests struggle to hit double digits. Yet, somehow, people keep trying to drag her into drama she's not involved in. Say what you want, but Caitlin shows class. She doesn't clap back or sulk, she just puts up points and keeps it moving. The league isn't blind to her impact. Caitlin Clark is on track to be the first WNBA player earning $1 million a year because she's the ultimate game changer. Meanwhile, Angel's team is falling apart behind the scenes, but Caitlin continues to sell out arenas, shake hands, and shoot 50% from three. One fan summed it up perfectly. She's the GOAT. She signed my jersey. I cried. When's the last time someone cried over an Angel Reese layup? The contrast couldn't be starker. One is making history, the other struggling to keep her team afloat.
So Angel Reese came out and had a 12 rebound, 4-point, 2 assist game in the absence of Caitlin Clark tonight. Angel, they're not coming for you. They're coming to watch the prodigal son or daughter, Caitlin Clark. So as the Indiana Fever beat the Chicago Sky by 29 points without Caitlin Clark, I asked the EBT community, do y'all have eyes? Like, these two players have nothing in common. This league is going the way that it's going because Caitlin Clark exists.
At this point, the Sky organization is sending a clear message. This is a business, not a fan club. If Angel can't deliver, if she keeps hitting the backboard like it's a piñata, she's no longer untouchable. The same spotlight that once made her famous is now shining harshly, making her sweat under the pressure. The clock is ticking, locker room whispers are growing louder, and fans are watching every move. Jeff Pagliocca? He's got his finger ready to hit the rebuild button. Angel Reese wanted to prove she was more than hype. Now she needs to do it fast. In the WNBA, there's little patience for grace. You either finish strong or get left behind. If she doesn't turn things around soon, this won't be a story about a promising young player learning her way. It'll be about a franchise that bet big on a name and lost even bigger on the scoreboard. The pressure is mounting and time is running out to prove she belongs at the top. If you enjoyed leaving a like and subscribing, more videos are on the screen now.